How's it going, guys? This is Nick with Score Gaming. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to gain some standing real quick. For this, I'm going to be using Avora, mainly for her prowl ability. I do, however, using this first setup. That's right. That's right. So this is my Avora setup currently. It's a no forma setup. I do need to throw at least one forma in it to get prime continuity knocked down, so I can go ahead and max a couple of these other ones out. I'm going to be using carrier. And on carrier, a major mod that you need is going to be animal instinct for that 30-meter loot radar and the 18-meter enemy radar. So go up here real quick. Yeah, pretty much. I still have all those missions. Quick note on that though. On these, you see how it gives you 3,500 standing, 3,700, 3,700, 38, 33, 21. Those do not count towards your daily cap. I will be showing that off at some point, but not today. On this right here, with your Samaris cap, when you do that, you can still turn this one in and get 10,000 standing on top of your daily cap. Just so y'all know. But for this, we're going to be working on our Cephalon Samaris standing for this mission. I posted in my last easy standing video that I would be posting this video at some point. So for this, I like to do an exterminate mission on Sedna because of the level 32 or 36s. So we'll jump in. One thing I do need to check out real quick. So I already know I don't have them. I don't want to get into it and go, oh crap. So, I've got Geo in a party, but I think his mic's muted to broadcasting because, you know, he wants to be all shy and shit. Well, if y'all can hear him, we got Geo. He's another one of the wolves in the academy. Great guy. He's
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
I just figured it out.
Would you just figure it out?
It has nothing to do with the broadcast settings. It has something to do with the party settings. I am so over it.
I'm so confused now myself.
Well, now you can hear me.
Okay then.
Hey, check the stream, buddy.
I'm not streaming, I'm videoing. Two different settings.
Oh, well. Um. See, I once had a nipple.
So you're gonna want to make sure you use your synthesis scanner. I currently have the widget that gives me infinite, so I don't ever have to worry about buying them again.
I no longer have said nipple.
But what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to scan every enemy. The reason you want to do this as a stealth is you can see that 208. If that enemy was alerted, I would have only gotten 70. So you get a stealth multiplier with doing it stealthy. I don't. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but the more and more you watch my videos, the more and more you'll find that I don't ever say any of these things correctly. I understand the mechanics of the game, but I'll probably mispronounce so many things.
On top
Um,
of that, he's drank like 15 bottles of whiskey in like 5 minutes. He was getting there.
Gio, you're starting to project again, man. Like I don't know what's going on with you today, but
Oh, you know what it was? It was my breast milk.
it was the breast milk.
It was my breast milk. There you go. I turned on the breast milk.
So in the last mission, we used Loki so we could move fairly quickly and try to keep our multiplier up.
Keep moving.
Um,
None of the
that's
scanners have
not the
detected
case
you.
this mission. Now you can still use this mission to push your standing up as far as your other syndicates, but that's not the purpose. So I'm not going to be rushing through this to do that. I'm going to be taking it slow, trying to make sure that I get all the scans I can get. And if you do this properly, you can max out your standing in one mission. Currently I can get 17,000 standing per syndicate. Well, yeah, 17,000 standing. Um, I was about to say per syndicate because I can get it for Still Meridian and Cephalon Samaris, but Red Veil's not the same case because, well, they're tied together with Still Meridian, so. Um, but no, for real, guys, like, so I have a major problem pronouncing some of the things that DE comes up with. Like, it doesn't happen. So, you'll probably hear me, like, mispronouncing a whole bunch of things when we start talking about certain
He
missions because
butchers names.
I do so much. I
That's
was
what
in a
it's called. He
stream with
butchers them.
our clan leader Sam. He has a YouTube channel himself, and I'll actually link his channel down below. We're gonna start doing some more collab work. But seriously, we had a guy in the stream that's part of the clan, and his name is Trixie. Tricky. Man, I honestly don't know, but I was mispronouncing it, and he was like, "You're mispronouncing my name." I was like, "Seriously, dude, I'm sorry, but it's probably gonna keep happening." So you either tell me how you want it pronounced, you get a nickname, or you just deal with it being pronounced wrong.
Sound like me when I'm pregnant.
um, but so on this, guys. At some point, I want to say that it's around 70 enemies scanned. You'll get to the point where you've maxed out on your standing, and at that point, you can just run through and kill everything quickly. You don't have to worry about taking it slow and doing this and doing that. So, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I think it normally takes me around 20 minutes to clear this going slow. So, um, I might do some editing on this depending on how long the video ends up being. But currently I don't think that it really needs it. Um, and I will be doing another video. I'm going to try to kind of turn this syndicate farming into a little series because one of the major things that I was talking to Sam about was coming up with a video about questions that you should ask yourself when you start playing Warframe, whether you're new or a veteran. And on that, like, some of the things that I think a lot of people mess up with or don't realize is that you have an opportunity. You can run 4 syndicates at the same time. It's difficult to keep up with, but if you do that, that means you get so many more medallions a day, and just off of
Oh, I can.
six. Huh?
There's a way to do it easier. Like, there's an easy way to do it, and I worked it out to making it as efficient as possible without hurting the standing that you're currently in. You max out two standings in syndicates, and then you stockpile the shards from the syndicates themselves. And then when you go up in the standing in one syndicate, if you see that you're getting a bit low in the next one, you use the shards to get back up there.
Yeah, so I mean there is a way to do it, but either way you're still gonna take a hit one way or another.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But
time consuming.
yeah, but like for me, I'm in Still Meridian is my main syndicate, so that's Red Veil. Now that means that I can move on to, I think it's, honestly, I'm having a problem remembering the names of them currently. So once we get done with this mission, we'll take a look at it. There is a way to do it, and you don't have to be maxed out in another syndicate to do it. It's just better. Um, but yeah, so we'll take a look at that so we can kind of show y'all what's going on with it. But so the whole purpose of that is that it's a lot of work, but if you're wanting to get into the Plat series videos that I'm getting ready to start as well, I'm gonna have a couple series going on. And you're just wanting to get into trading in general, a really good way to make a lot of plat is as soon as a new prime comes out, or like in this instance that we're having now, where Nyx and Rhino Prime are unvaulted. If you turn in your standing for the relic packs, you can actually get those new relics or the unvaulted relics out of those packs. So what you want to be doing is saving up all your medallions for the 3 months that you're waiting for the new uh, Prime to come out. Like the next one's post, or like it's gonna be Chroma Prime. So like that
Yeah,
set alone, the
I'm
first two
getting
or
rid of my
three
chroma.
days is gonna go for like 400 or 500 plat. So just imagine if you can save up all your medallions, and you should be able to get anywhere from 8 to 24 medallions a day. At the
Actually, yeah,
baseline, I think,
they're gonna vault that dude.
huh?
Sorry to interrupt, but honestly, if you think about it, Chroma Prime, with the polarities and people like just picking up Chroma randomly, with the amount of effort they would put into the actual Eidolon hunt, they'd vault him immediately. And if they're really smart, they'd vault him and get like a bunch of skins and all that, like his personal weapon, make it like Chroma's weapon that works a lot like a chromatic thing, you know what I mean? Kind of like the chromatic blade. And then vault that one too, but make it purposefully overpowered. So only like vault him like a week after he's been out.
They're not gonna vault him. They're gonna follow their same instances on it, and they'll probably even buff him. That I really do believe that the mini nerf that he got, it was really like a nerf and a buff at the same time if you think about it, because being able to refresh your buff and keep it, like, yeah, I understand it's not as strong as it was, but just the fact of being able to keep that buff to me is a lot stronger. Um, but on that, he's coming out. Like he is going to be out. So
One,
I want to say it's September ish, because Limbo Prime came out June 20th, around June 20th, right? Yeah, because
roughly.
Limbo Prime I think was around June 20th, because he was actually out before TennoCon this year, and TennoCon was July 8th. So generally it's every 90 days you get a new Prime. So you take 90 days on top of June 20th, you know. You're looking at end of September, early October. Um but anyways, I think I did the math earlier. Um and at 8 relics a day, which is bare minimum, which you should have no issue getting the medallions, 8 medallions a day. I apologize. Is 4,000 standing. Now, at 16 medallions a day, you're looking at 8,000 standing, 32,000 standing, because, and I say that because you automatically have access to two different syndicates, and you should have no issue getting 16 16,000, or not 16,000. Wow, I cannot
But
talk
be
today,
very,
guys.
very careful with that as well, because even though they might get 16,000 to get the relic pack themselves, if they go under a certain amount, they will go under for their syndicate.
What do you mean?
Like if they, so let's say if you hit zero in that syndicate and then you get negative from doing something in another syndicate, gotta be careful.
Well, yeah, no. What you want to be doing is like my main syndicate is still Meridian. So basically, I want to make sure that I'm not going to. I want to go in with a max still Meridian and a max Red Veil. Buy, I think it's 6 relic packs, which is 120,000 standing, and then I want to turn in my medallions to increase that. What you want to be careful about is that if you're turning in medallions for extra standing, it does affect your affiliated or affiliated syndicate. So, like, let's say I'm at the fourth rank in Redville, and I've got 90,000 standing out of 99,000 standing, and I turn in 30,000 um, still Meridian standing. That's gonna put me over the cap for Redville, so I won't get that extra standing. It'll just go for nothing. So you have to be careful when you turn your standing in, because you want to make sure you're maximizing all that. Doing this is talking about maximizing. But if you can work your butt off, you could potentially buy 40 to 50 relic packs right off the start, day one of a new prime dropping. Go farm that, and you got like a 3 day minimum. The first 3 days a new prime's out, it's selling for a minimum of 2 to 300 plat, and that's if it's not even a very popular prime. Like when Limbo
It
dropped, and
might
there's a
not
lot of
seem,
huh?
it might not seem like it might not seem like it's possible, even if like someone, like if they have bad luck, but it's not reliant on your luck alone because there's other people out there who've got the exact same thing who will be doing the exact same with you. So if you don't get it, chances are someone who's gotten the relic as well will be there with you to help get that chance.
Yeah.
If you're playing,
Well, and if you
if you're
do
by
it with a
yourself,
team, so like I really find it helpful when I'm farming relics to do it with a team. Like when I do this, like I've been trying to convince some of the guys in the clan, like, guys, look, we need to, like, let's do this as a group. Us four farm the crap out of these medallions, and when the new prime drops, we'll turn all this crap in, and that way, we're ready to go hardcore. Um, because if you get a team and you all get, a decent amount of relics just by turning medallions in. Oh, no. Bad spot, bad spot, bad spot. I completely messed up there. But that does give me the opportunity to show you all this. See, I only got 70 off that. So I don't want to continue in this room. I want to move on to the next room. Let those people calm down. Um, and then, but yeah, so anyways, if you got a team and y'all all go, okay, this relic, we're going to go Radiant, and we're going to do 3 runs, that gives you 12 relics at Radiant. So you have 12 chances of getting that part. But I mean, think about it. If you're turning in 40, like if you buy 40 packs of relics, you're talking hundreds of relics. Like you're bound to get X amount of relics to do the new prime. Like you're not gonna turn in and get turn in 100 and 150 relics and only get 4 of the new relics for the new prime part. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So if you work with a team, um, it's gonna be a lot better, guys. Like, we'll do more on this and we'll do more videos on it. I just really wanted to show you how to do this fairly quickly, and it's not even necessarily quick. I mean, I guess in a roundabout way it is, because how many other missions, or how many other things you can do in the game that's gonna give you max standing in one run? I mean, Geo, do you know of any of them?
No, no, not max standing, no.
So,
You taught me about that one, actually. I still
yeah.
use it.
Well, because it's super easy. I mean, yeah, it may
It's
take
so
20-30
good.
minutes of your day, but come on now.
It's like,
That's
why am I gonna waste time going around trying to do? And the thing about it is like it's efficient because no they it takes what like 20, 30 missions for you to finish the daily quest bullshit that this friggin' floating beautiful sentient piece of shit wants to make you go on a friggin' mission for. God damn it, no. Like,
Well, and if so, basically what I do is I still get those dailies. I don't do them every day. Like, I'll grab one. I'll spend a couple days working on it as I go. Like if I get lucky and get them to all drop in one evening, then fine. But I don't have 6 hours to be playing working on just one thing. Like I do. If y'all don't know and you're new to the channel, hi and welcome. But I do have a full-time job. Like, I mean, obviously, if you look at the channel, I'm still really, really new to content creating. So I just do this for fun because I think that there's a lot of information out there that I don't feel always gets shared. Um, and it's simple things like when you're new to the game, those simple mechanics or simple things going on, it's good to know, and I don't feel like it always gets shared in some of the bigger channels. So that was my whole purpose of doing this. We'll talk more about that later. Like I said, I'm still fairly new. I do not have my stream set up and running yet. I do not really have my editing set up and running yet. So a lot of this is straight off the PlayStation. I do play on the PlayStation. I will play with anybody. And if y'all would like to know my in-game name, go ahead and comment below, and I'll shoot y'all a message, and we'll see if we can link up. Um, but yeah, so I mean, it's just there's so much that goes on. Like, I don't even know. I don't. I'm trying to figure out how to articulate what I'm trying to say, and
okay,
that's
I
an.
got you, yo. A split, a split.
Geo
Someone
got
somewhere understood it.
Geo got
Comment
jokes
down.
tonight.
Someone,
Like,
some this guy just spoke his native tongue, and anyone else that knows his native tongue, please comment below what you read from that. Tell me after you comment. You know the way. Tell me you know the. You must know the way.
I've ran this 10 times doing this. Getting on max standing by weight. Roughly 70 weight or 70 enemies, 70, 80 enemies. Don't mess up. I jump on Geo's in the party, and then I start messing up all the time. I blame him. I blame Geo.
You know why? You know why? Because Atlas is awesome. I don't know why no one plays Atlas. Like,
Because
no
he's a
one.
very niche frame. That's why.
Yeah, he's a one-trick pony. I understand that, but guess what? That one trick is really fucking good.
I did see a video. I think someone umbrified him, and they were able to get like I think 7 million damage off one punch.
You have no idea how much fun that actually is to do. Because I walk into an area and a Saren Prime's there, and like everyone in here knows once you see a Saren in an area, the screen gets white. The screen just gets white, right? Well, Saren thought that she could keep up with me and try to keep up with her spores. Nope. I'm one punch man, bitch. Full efficiency. I'm just hopping around, beating the shit out of
I
people.
will, however, be working on some build videos. Um, I have my own style. I don't always follow what everybody feels the meta is.
Hmm.
And my videos aren't going to be little 11-minute videos on let's break this down. Now, what I might do is I might do a like long video talking about all the mechanics of the frame and then post a little short like highlight reel of that just so y'all can, if whoever wants to see the shorter versions can see the shorter versions, whoever actually wants to learn more about the frame and the mechanics of the frame can situation.
I
So
hear that. I'm gonna put on my Ankyrios. Ankyrios. I'm gonna put on the fisting weapons and
well,
the fisting.
because how many, okay, Gio, so you've seen videos, you've seen a whole bunch of people doing Saren. How many people just want to sit there and use spores and toxic lash?
I can fairly say, no, hold on one second. NGO. We've been in lobbies, a ton of lobbies with a bunch of other Sarens who've been playing the game for an extended time period, and not to boast or not to say anything like that. If it's ever been a competition of damage, how often would you say are you top scoring in damage?
That I top score in damage?
Yeah, if you're playing Saren, no matter who's in the lobby with you.
Um. Okay, so it is a little bit dependent on who's in the lobby, but I would say
Yeah,
at a, at I'd say out of 10 runs, I normally probably get top damage when I'm running Saren 8 times, depending on who's in the
eight
lobby.
times, right? I would agree with you and say like my Saren's a bit more because I poured a bit more into other areas, but I've yet to see someone who has used the same Saren setup as we have, or similar to what we have, or similar period, um, who they break it down. No, they just kind of use the power of Saren, use an overpowered weapon, run around, feel good about themselves. It's like, no, bro, where's the fun of it? Saren's his 4-bit. Put on a Soliac, use a whip. Like, you know what I mean? Put on condition overload. Use her status effects to the best of your ability. Because,
I'm
like,
not big on whips. I will admit that I'm not big on the whip meta that's
same.
going on right
That
now.
it's it's it's. I wasn't big on whips either. I sold a bunch of my whips, and I'm actually pissed because when I got this one, which is S tier as well, so I have the Skulliac. I would highly recommend that whip. That is the
The
dopest whip. You
Skoliak,
feel
it is the best whip, but it's expensive. To get it to where it needs to be at, those ribbons can be fairly expensive, but it's worth it because it's got a higher disposition than the Atarax, and it's got more range at base.
it is a beautiful weapon. I walk in and I whip things. I don't care what it is. It gets whipped. I feel like Saren is the dominatrix, and I'm
You're
just
on the
her
sensors
controller.
now. You've been detected.
Well, on that though, too, the major thing you have to kind of keep in mind is that, well, yes, Saren is wonderful for certain things like that. Um, that there's other ways to play her. See, everybody wants to sit there and focus on use spores, only use her in high level missions. Legitimately, like as a new player starting out, I have a new player plat guide out, right? Legitimately, y'all need to watch it. Do what I tell you in that new player plat guide, which would
If you
be,
want to.
yeah, hold on. This is my suggestion.
This
Okay.
is not a democracy.
Yeah, no. This is a very strong suggestion of what you should do. Okay. And normally I wouldn't do this, but in this situation you need to. Okay,
Yeah. This is, you gotta do it, man. I actually agree with you.
if you're an MR4 or MR8 or under and you're having problems making plat, you need to go do a defense run on any mission and sit there and do 10, 15, 20 minute, 20 waves, get the relics, go crack them. Okay? And then you're going to get all the bronze pieces you can get, and then you're going to
Mm-hmm.
sell that as prime junk for 10 platinum.
For
Right?
2p each.
Right? Okay.
2p
Yes.
each.
5 pieces for 10 platinum. And then at the end of that, you're going to save that up until you get to 120 plat. And then you're going to buy you a Saren Prime set. And then you're good for the rest of the star chart. And you're not going to worry, you're going to work on building up, but legitimately, you do not need to worry, like, at a low level, at 100 power strength base and some duration, you can jump into a Lith defense Fisher mission and spam miasma, and it's gonna wipe the map. Like, legitimately, like, Geo was pissed at me one day because he was running as Inaros and he was getting a little low on health, and I was spamming miasma, wiping the map, so he couldn't heal. Like, he
That
could.
wasn't me, that was Sam.
No, it was you with Inaros. Sam was pissed
Oh
because I
yeah,
was getting
frick.
in with
Oh
Saren.
yeah, I couldn't get a freaking kill and heal myself.
Yeah, Sam was
Oh,
pissed
it's
because
not
I was out
fair.
beating his Volt. Like, y'all do what you want, but I strongly recommend that you pick Saren up as soon as possible, and you're not gonna be able to pick the normal Saren up, and you can't farm Saren right now, Saren Prime, because she is vaulted, so you have to rely on other people selling her set. Generally, you can pick her up for around 100 to 120 plat, and if you get it cheaper, great. Like, I strongly recommend that frame 110%, because she's going to make your life on 75% of the content so much easier. And I say 75% because I'm not going to say that she's great for spy missions. Like, that's I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I think this video has gone on a little bit longer than what I wanted it to, so I'm almost done.
You should have just streamed it. And you taking parts from the stream.
And I find it easier to post the video and then pull it down, download it and edit it. But my laptop's not set up for that. And while we're getting ready to move, I don't have my PC set up either.
I want a ribbon for this, like, friggin' Ankyros.
Buy my Adarax Riven and my Rubico Riven.
Give me an Ankyros Prime.
I don't have it. It's one of
Find
the
it.
primes I don't have. So one of the big things that I am waiting on to start making some build videos is that when I first started out, I was like, oh yeah, no, all this is MR Founder. I'm going to build it, max it, and trash it. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to start a YouTube channel. I need to do reviews and builds on all this, and like do, all the secondary melee, or all the secondary and melee and primary reviews. So, and Warframe reviews and comparisons between the regulars and the primes. So now I had to build back up what I had, because if it was trash, or I felt like it was trash because I might not have known any better, it got deleted and sold. So I'm working on building that back up. But I will have some builds out for y'all very soon. Um, I'm kind of debating on if I want to post any Zol builds because, well, my Zol builds are doing okay. I need to form of them, but at this point, they're pretty damn good. And I don't really know. Do y'all feel like you need to see Zaw builds? Like, legitimately, I will say that I'm going to do some specialty Zaws.
Here's a better thing, okay? I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here and say, don't post raw build, you know, because if you know, they might just like over spam it and then find some aids with it and make it stronger, and you know what I mean. So you know what, like like thumbs up if you want to see the build, thumbs down if you don't. Um, yeah, pretty much. Thumbs down if you rep Team Milkmaid over here, or Team Nipple Humper. You know who that is? Who has two thumbs and four nipples? This dude.
I'm a
Mm,
bit concerned with what's going on right now.
I'm not. Do you need an adult? I am an
Um,
adult.
you're concerning me right now. I'm just gonna
What?
throw that one out there. Okay, so
Really?
what we were talking about is if you're trying to run four syndicates at once, like right now I have Still Meridian and Redville, so I can pick up Cephalon Suda and Arbiters of Hex. But if you look right here,
You are
um,
curious. So am I.
Red Veil is
Cephalon Suda
opposed
could help you
to
unfold this
Cephalon
strange
Suda.
map of existence.
So they're only gonna lose half. Like, whenever I do anything for Cephalon Suda, Red Veil's only gonna lose a half a point for every point I gain here. So I can build this up very, very quickly once I have Red Veil maxed out. And then once you see yourself getting kind of low, just jump back over to your Sigil for Still Meridian, run a couple days to build Red Veil back up, or like Gio was saying, you can cash in medallions. I don't recommend cashing in medallions because I want to save all my medallions until the new Prime drops, because I want to make a lot of plat, and that's how you're gonna make a lot of plat. Everybody wants to sit there and go, let's trade ribbons, and yes, you can make a lot of platinum off ribbons
Very quickly, actually.
very quickly. But if you farm 5 to 10 sets of Chroma Prime the first 3 days,
You
you're
will
gonna
be
make a
broke.
lot of, huh?
You're gonna make so much more plat. If you
Yes.
sit there and you put together and like, because the parts for Chroma will be cheap at that point, or it might cost you like 20, 30 plat. But if you sell within the first day, if you have like four sets in the first day, and you sell each one for 500 plat, which you could do because people will want him that bad,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if he's good, they're gonna want him ASAP. A lot of YouTubers will pay you probably like $1,000 for it. You don't know who you might run into.
Well,
There's
it's
some
not. It's
serious
not only
followers.
that. So you've got the first day, you're probably looking at 500 plat. Day two, you might be looking at around 450 to 500 plat still. Day three, I think we'll see a 400 mark. And then from day three to day seven, I think you're gonna see anywhere from 3 to 400, depending on the buyer. Going into the second week, I think that the price is gonna stick around 250 to 300. Um,
I personally think that's gonna drop within the first day, buddy.
what do
Because
you mean?
like would be easily like if Chroma Prime's out and it's easy to get, like if everyone can access it, people are gonna be trying to sell them for a lower price just to make it quicker. Remember, we're on console, we're not on what's it called,
PC.
on PC. It's easier to make more platinum because people will actually respect the trade versus console, especially in the Western servers. Everyone over here expects you to be their best friend
Right.
and give you the wickedest deal, and it's like,
And
no.
I agree with you on that. You're gonna see the price drop after the first day. But you're still gonna have those people because like Gio, what's Limbo going for right now? 100p?
120 to 150. You can sell them with ease, closer to 100 and you can sell them close to 100 and 200 plat. You can sell them
Yeah,
close
and
to
you're
200.
looking at he's been out for a month. And when he first came out, he was 200 to 250. So
He was
he's only dropped.
300 plat, buddy. He was 350, buddy. When he the first day when he came out, I saw people selling him for 400
You saw
and people
people
offering
trying
it.
to sell him for 400. You don't
Oh
know if
my
they actually sold him for
goodness.
400. No, no, no. Because you gotta think
The
about it this way, Gio. As much as I like Limbo and you like Limbo, there are a lot of haters out there for Limbo. So the market wasn't
Yeah,
as
but it
big.
wasn't about that though. It was about the immediate shock value of actually having that set. People wanted it before anyone else so they could test it out. And I'm kind of happy it's like that because then the true ballers get it immediately. And that gives everybody else who has to work to be at that status a chance to get there.
I,
You know what I mean? Because I've run into people. It's like, all right, cool. I'm here for a 20p trade, and they're like, oh well, I kind of just don't want to do 20p. It doesn't seem like it's worth my time. Do you have anything else? And I'll leave with 100p off of one trade.
I
There's some
still
ballers like that.
I still think that we're gonna see a higher price on Chrome, and I still think that higher price is gonna stick around longer because you are gonna see the initial drop, yes, but you're gonna have people depending on how rare his parts are. You're gonna have people going into day 2 or 3 that have been farming parts that they can't get. Like it's just not dropping for them. So I think you're still gonna have those high price parts. You know.
Hmm. Like well, yeah. The rarer the part, the more difficult, like the more price it is. Like an Axie, really rare part in an Axie farm will give you like 100 ducats, and it's very difficult. It's a higher level environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be like the parts I don't see going for. I don't see Chroma's most difficult part being very easy to attain. I hope it's easier to build, god damn it, and not like, oh, whatever. Because what they could do is be like, all right, well, Chroma Prime needs a Volt Prime this and all this and what have we, right? They could do
I will
that.
say if you're cracking or not cracking, my bad. If you are opening ribbons up in a melee ribbon and you get a gram melee ribbon, you keep that because Chroma Prime's melee weapon is gonna be the gram. They've already shown it off at TennoCon. They've already announced that it's going to be the gram.
Ribbons in this game are funny.
So it's like yeah, because
They're
the gram
so
was
funny.
kind of like an weapon. The Raven was like okay. As soon as they announced that it was gonna be primed, that price jumped so much. I saw somebody trying to sell a gram Raven for 700 plat the other day.
Easily. And people really should be paying attention to ribbons and picking up good ribbons. Just pay attention to them. If you see like a shit weapon that you th or a weapon you think is shit with a good ribbon, pick up that ribbon.
Right. But alright guys, so this is gonna end this video. I just kinda wanted to show you this is what you're looking at when you're running through. That was a speed run on that. Not necessarily a speed run because I messed up a little bit and we were talking about some other things. I'm going to post this video as is currently. I may take a look at editing it within the next couple days and doing a highlight of it. But that's going to be it for now. Gio, you have anything to say to the viewers?
Good night. Good good luck. And remember, turn off the light. Don't forget to wipe.
Alright, guys. Well, it was fun having y'all with us. This is Nick with Score Gaming. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new and share the video with your friends. You have a good one.